welcome to Mirabiz Expo Trading Intro class. My name is Daisha McDonald. I will be your Forex instructor for today. I want to thank you guys, those of you all who came out, those of you all who logged on to this webinar, those of you all who are interested in being a part of what it is that we're doing at Mirabiz Educational Company. We're talking about why invest. We're talking about the foreign exchange market. And I do know that you all will be very interested in what it is that we're doing here in the foreign exchange market. So we thank you for logging on. We thank you for being a part of what it is that we're doing here in the foreign exchange. We're getting ready to start our webinar. So I want you guys to go out and grab your pen, grab your paper, grab all the resource information that you're going to need, your tablets, anything that is going to help you to be able to retain this information, because we're getting ready to log on. We're going to talk about why invest. And today we're going to center our webinar on the foreign exchange market. We're going to talk about why invest in foreign exchange. Again, guys, I am Daisha McDonald. I am the head Forex trading instructor at Mirabiz Educational Company. We are very elated. We're very delighted to be here with you tonight as we go through our why invest in Forex training course. So let's get started, guys. I do want to say that we want to start off by talking about our risk disclaimer. At Mirabiz, one of the things that we want to tell people is we are not guaranteeing any income claims. In trading in the foreign market, and trading in the stock market, any type of trading, this is all based on your personal desires. We're not, it is some risk involved, but it's a manageable risk because we're going to give you the information that you need in order to manage it well. So we want to go ahead and put our risk disclaimer out there. You want to take a minute to read, to review, to kind of go over it so you know what it is that you're getting into, because, information is power. And the more information you have, the more information you know, the more empowered you will feel. So today we're talking about the foreign exchange market. Now, interestingly to say, I am an active trader, foreign exchange trader. And as an active paper stocks trader, Forex to be specific, this market has been the most lucrative trading platform that I've ever been on, because it has allowed me to get the time freedom that I've always hoped for. As long as I have a laptop and access to the internet, I'm able to trade from anywhere across the world. That means while I'm on a business trip, while I'm on vacation, a family reunion, wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. I remember the other day I was at the doctor's office and I was running a little late than anticipated. I was in the waiting room and I knew that there was a trade I needed to make at a particular time. And my indicator went off because, in Mirabiz Educational, we show you how to put indicators that can tell you when is the right time to trade. So my indicator went off about that it's time for me to make a particular trade. So all I did was I just logged on, pulled up my laptop, logged on to the Wi-Fi, and I traded right there in the doctor's office. So easy, so convenient. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew when I wanted to do it. The timing was right. I wasn't engaging any type of serious activity at the time. So I just sat there and I just traded during that time period. A simple click, a simple touch of a button, 2 to 3 minutes, done. Most convenient thing ever. So trading is convenient if that is something that's important to you. Now, today on this webinar, we're going to talk about why trade Forex. We're going to talk about what are the benefits of trading Forex and foreign exchange, FX are all the same, and some general rules for trading in the foreign exchange market. Most people who get started trading want to know what is Forex. Well, I'm going to answer that for you today in this webinar. Forex is a short abbreviation for the foreign exchange market. It is simply the buying and selling of currencies all across the world. The Forex market is known to be a global currency market. One thing about the foreign market, foreign exchange, the FX are all the same, is that it is one of the fastest growing markets in the world, guys. As a matter of fact, from the year 2007 to 2010, the foreign exchange, Forex, FX market increased by 20%. What that means is that more and more traders started to trade in the foreign exchange market during that time. And by them doing that, it caused a pretty significant leap in market activity. This move was so significant that the average daily turnover reached nearly $4 trillion in April of 2010. And guess what, guys? Ever since then, the market has increased significantly. Forex trading works like this. It's similar to the traditional stock market in a sense. You look for the best trade that fits your budget. You really do. You buy low and you simply sell high. However, the benefit of trading Forex as opposed to the traditional stock market is that you don't have to choose from thousands and thousands of companies or major sectors. With Forex, you have much fewer options. So as a new trader, you better able to keep up with your trades that way. All right. Because entering the stock market as a novice, sometimes it may be a little overwhelming because there's so many options out there, so many companies that you need to be able to review, so many company information or stats that you have to go over in order to make an educated trade. But with the foreign exchange market, with the Forex market, FX market, it's a lot fewer than that. So it's a little better. It's better for you to be able, the average person, to be able to handle at one time. In the Forex market, anyone who's willing can participate in the market. But like most paper stocks, institutional banks, hedge funds, and professional trading platforms, we treat Forex as a speculative market because the market fluctuates at will. You have to remember that the market will fluctuate at its will, and you have to be able to be okay with that happening. Now that we know what is Forex, let's talk about the benefits of trading foreign exchange. There are several benefits, and we want to talk briefly about them because these are benefits will be the very thing that will help you in your trading career. All right. The first benefit to trading in the Forex market is that it is the most liquid market in the world. Liquid because there's so much opportunities to trade and earn income, especially with over $4 trillion United States dollars, American dollars, exchanging hands on a daily basis. You see, the Forex market, it is very, very unique, mainly because it's not centralized in any one location like other markets are. The way Forex is set up, it makes trading opportunities readily available for the average person, the average novice, the average individual who's interested and who has a desire and who's willing to learn. It is liquid enough, all right, for you to get involved and you to be able to take a position and be able to get a good return on your investment. The second benefit to trading Forex is that it's open 24 hours a day for trading. A huge advantage to the FX market. It doesn't begin at 9 a.m. and it doesn't end at 4 p.m. People are trading Forex all day, all night, 5 days a week. The trading market is constantly open. So no matter where you are and what time zone you're in, anywhere in the world, you can trade. So what that means is that FX trading is great for the working class, because with 24-hour trading, you can trade before or even after work. For those of you who are like me that work from home, we can find the time or make the time to trade throughout the day. Mornings, afternoons, or even nights. Stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, network marketers, people in ML, multi-level marketing, businesses, business owners, they can all take advantage of the Forex trading platform. The flexibility of the FX market makes it a sure option because of its availability Monday through Friday. I talked to a gentleman last week who lives in Tema, Ghana. He's from Cape Coast, right, in the continent of Africa, but he currently resides in Temagana. And he was telling me his story because I was asking him some questions about what it is that he did and what was his goals for investing and for trading. And he was telling me that he got injured at his regular job. And the system in Ghana is so different from the American system because they don't offer their employees a workers' comp. There's no money coming in while they're out in an illness or a sickness or an injury that may have happened at work. So there was no income coming in from his side. And, just looking for an opportunity. He's down, he's not able to move around as he did before. So I was sharing with him how, with the foreign exchange market, being that it is open 24 hours a day, all right, and it is so liquid, this is an opportunity for you to get involved because you have the time now, because you're not away at work. You have the availability to get involved. Even though you live on a whole different continent, this is still something that you can be involved in, and you can get the education that you need from Mirabiz Educational Company and start trading, start investing even from Ghana. Forex platform is perfect for him and what he's currently going through right now. The third benefit of trading Forex is that FX is done completely online. So like I mentioned earlier, no matter where in the world you may be, as long as you have a laptop, a smartphone, tablet, a Wi-Fi, internet connection, you can trade anywhere in the world. No buildings you have to go to, no traffic, none of that stuff, anywhere. For me, I'm always on the go all of the time. All right. I'm always busy. I'm always engaging something. So I have a hotspot with me, either on my phone or on a special device. So what that means is if you're picking your kid up from school, from rehearsal, and they're running late, you just have to be in the waiting room watching, or, you got some downtime because you're at the soccer field watching your neighbor's kid play or something else going on, and you got some free time to kill, it's always convenient for you to be able to pull out your device, get logged on to the internet, right, and start trading. You can do that right there. I personally have an app with the platform that I currently work with. I have an app on my phone, and I just hit my button and I pull that thing up, and I'm trading right there. Well, I could be waiting in the grocery line, waiting for my turn to come up to the counter, and I could be trading, or I could be reading, getting involved and reading the news or figuring out what's going on in the market. So FX being 100% online, trading becomes easier because even if you're here in America, the average American home either has some form of computer, some type of laptop, some type of smartphone, because we are in the internet age. We're in the information age, and we're completely logged in to the internet. So we have an opportunity of being able to trade Forex because it's done completely online. The next benefit to trading Forex is it's based off your own efforts. Forex trading is solely done by you. So with the trading knowledge, the education that you're getting on this webinar today with Mirabiz Educational Company, you will be able to trade off your own efforts and do it with confidence. You see, Mirabiz will give you the tools to effectively trade in the live market. One of the things I love about Forex is that the weight of what I do in the market is based on how much I've learned, how much I've retained, along with whether or not I'm using the information and following the Forex trading rules. Guys, there are FX trading rules, but how I do in the market depends on me, on my effort, on my skills, on how I receive the information, how I utilize the information, and benefit me. All right, so I am in control of what it is that I do. Not some broker, not some financial planner, not some mutual fund company, not some random person without any direct connection to me, but it's solely up to me. Not to mention the fact that I'm able to do it, and I'm able to do it with the education as well as insurance. All right. We teach you how to put insurance on your trade as you're trading. That's going to help you to have a more profitable effort. All right, by implementing some trails and some stops and some indicators. So in every business I pursue, I always buy insurance. I never do a business venture without insurance and without the proper education, because I want to make sure that I'm in front of a trade and not on the back side of it. The next benefit is Forex has the lowest buy-in for trades, the lowest one. So you can begin trading with as little as $50 for some trading platforms. You know, I mean, you can check around and see what the prices are, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you know, the lowest amount is $50. Now, some of you may be wondering, why such a small buying? Well, the buying is a lot cheaper due to something we call in the foreign exchange world leverage. Leverage is what helps a lot in foreign exchange. Leverage is simply borrowing funds at a ratio to what you currently have. Here's a brief description of how it works. Most foreign exchange platforms, FX platforms, and there are quite a few out there, but most of them, you know, will allow a trader to leverage at least 50-to-1 ratio, on a 50-to-1 ratio. They do this mainly because the maximum leverage permissible in the US on major currency pairs is 50-to-1. So what that means is, for every $1 you can leverage $50. So if you trade $500 at a 50-to-1 ratio, you're looking at leveraging $2,500. If it's $5,000 and you want to leverage it, you're leveraging it at 50-to-1, your total leverage amount is $250,000. Now, let me say this. The use of leverage in trading is often somewhat of a double-edged sword. They call it a double-edged sword, because just as though it magnifies your gains, it also magnifies the losses, all right, or the risk. So you want to be mindful of that, because Forex trading information, it is so vital to know these things on the front end, because these things is going to help you with your foreign exchange investment career. The last benefit that I want to talk about in foreign exchange is that FX has seven major currency pairs. Instead of thousands and thousands of stocks to analyze and go through and get the numbers and do the paperwork and, you know, do all this research on, you only have 7 major currency pairs in the foreign exchange market. And I have found that the less you have to study, the easier it is for you to become more familiar with the currency pairs and the activity that's going on. So that is a benefit to trading foreign exchange. So this is a review. We've talked about what is Forex. We talked about why, the benefits of foreign exchange, why we need to trade Forex. Now we want to move forward and talk about some general rules of the FX market, general rules of the Forex market, the foreign exchange market. We want to get these general rules down, because this too will help you in your FX career. The first and most important rule is to build a structural daily routine. Guys, I can't press this more on you than I am right now. It takes a certain kind of person to be an FX trader. If you're going to trade FX, if you're going to trade foreign exchange, you want to be successful doing it. So you have to have some structure. You have to have some discipline. You have to create a routine of how you trade and what you trade and when you trade. You want to be able to get this a daily habit in your FX career. Personally, I would recommend a couple of things before you start trading. The first thing you want to do is you want to check the FX news first. Find out what's going on in the FX trading world. There are websites available for FX news. Websites like finviz.com, that's FINVIZ.com. There's the forexfactory.com, FOREXFACTORY.com. There's lots more you can go research and pull them up, but those two are my favorites. Those are the ones that I recommend for you to go on. They'll give you the information that you need, that's going to help you to be able to know what's going on in the foreign exchange world, know what the market is doing, know what the currencies are doing, know what the countries are doing. This is going to all help you in your foreign exchange trading career. There are apps in the App Store. I have an FX News app on my phone that I check on a regular basis. While I'm in the car, while I'm in the passenger seat, or while I'm just walking or waiting somewhere for something to happen, I just quickly check, quickly scroll through. It tells me again what's going on in the FX world before I trade. Sometimes it may be a tip idea, a tip suggestion, a major currency move, anything like that that's going to affect the market directly. The FX News, it's going to give you that information firsthand, and you want to be able to get in the habit of checking that news before you start to trade. The next thing you want to do as a general rule A recommended general rule is before you trade, you want to do a market analysis. Let me tell you guys. Once you look at the FX news, you log on to your FX trading platform of choice. Personally, I use fxcm.com, but you want to log on to your trading platform, the one of your choice. You want to do a market analysis. You want to check around and chart the major currency pairs. There's a total of 7 of them. All right, you want to look through all of them and see what the market is doing. See where the market ended the day before. See or the last time you were logged on. See what's going on. We'll see what currency pair or what banks closed and what banks open, and see what activity is going on. That's the market analysis. You want to check the market and see what it is. You want to be able to observe, all right, what activity is going on, since you're going into the FX world, you're going into the foreign exchange world. And the more you step back and you observe what's going on, it's going to give you a better view of what it is that you need to do next. So you want to check around to see what's going on with the currency pairs. Some of the things you're checking for is whether you want to trade that particular pair or you don't want to trade it. You want to check to see what activity is going on. All right, whether it's going up, whether it's going down. You want to figure out the trend. Where is it trading? What is it? Is it an up trail, trend, or downtrend? One rule of thumb is whatever the market shows you, that's what you're looking for. You want to check, see what's it doing, and be able to record that, jot that down. All right, that is the second rule of thumb. The third rule of thumb is you want to write out a risk profile. Figure out your risk profile. Now, let me say this. A lot of people think that trading in the stock market is risky. Even some of you may even think that, or maybe it's your spouse or a friend or a family member. All right. But I want to say it isn't the stock market or foreign exchange market or investing that's risky. It's the people who invest in these things. They're the ones that's risky. All right. These risky people trade without the proper knowledge of the market. They trade without the right education from the right company. They don't have the proper insurance. They ignore the signs and they don't follow the rules. And that's why you see some of them lose in trading, in investing. They didn't put insurance on their trade by placing the proper stops or the trails. If you didn't do those things, yes, you're a risky person. It's risky for me to get involved in something, all right, and not have enough education about it. It's risky for me to get involved in something without making sure that I have a plan B, I have an insurance, or making sure that I know what I'm getting into. And a lot of people you'll find just jump in, all right, to something like investing without getting that proper education, without getting that proper knowledge, without getting the right insurance to cover their investment, and they end up being risky. All right. And what it does is it makes it seem like the investment opportunities are risky when all along it's just that person that took that risk. So going back to a risk profile, it is how you want to balance, how you want to balance the emotion of risk and creating a portfolio to help you. It's basically how much you want to leverage. That's what it is. A risk profile, at the meat of it, at the heart of it, is how much investment that you want to leverage. It's really how much money you want to risk in a particular trade. The risk profile will tell you these type of things. The risk profile also tells you how much maximum pips. Now, this might be your first time hearing about pips. So I want to explain what a pip is. A pip in the foreign exchange market, it is the smallest price change that on a currency rate can make. It's the smallest price change. As you will notice in the foreign exchange market, major currency pairs are priced to 4 decimal places. So the pip is that place in the 4th position, and it either increases in value or it decreases in value. So in your risk profile, you're going to be able to jot down, to figure out, to map out how much maximum pips that you want to be able to risk, or leverage. You want to be able to figure out how much you want to earn. Let's put it like that. The minimum pips you want to be able to risk. All of that is figured out before you trade. After you've studied the news, after you've evaluated the market, then and then alone you want to create your risk profile, because as a professional forex trader, you want to be able to figure these things out before you enter the trade. You want to know exactly what it is. You want to have a master plan of what it is that you're going to do, how much you plan on doing, how much you plan on, what you plan on not doing, all right, before you enter the trade. Because what's next following your risk profile is, that's when you want to look at trading the trend. Foreign exchange market, you want to be able to trade in the direction of the trend. If the market is doing one particular thing, you want to be able to let the market tell you what it is that you need to be doing. All right. It's very important for you to pay attention to that. In Forex, we have what we call a bullish market, a bullish and a more aggressive market. This market is usually in an uptrend. It moves forward. The momentum is going up. All right. That's a bullish market. If your currency pair that you're looking at, that you're reviewing, is in a bullish trend, is in an upward trend, is moving up with activity, you want to be able to figure that out, jot that down, and trade that trend. If that market, all right, should switch and change directions, all right, and go down, we call that downward trend a bearish market. All right, that's when you want to be able to sell. You want to sell in a bearish market and buy in a bullish market. Most new traders violate this rule, but this is the most important rule in trading Forex. You have to trade the trend in every single trade. Guys, get it in, getting in your mind, getting in your heart, getting in your soul. You have to be able to trade the trend. I tell you guys, when I first started trading, you know, I heard this, but I violated this very rule, and it has cost me tremendously. All right, because we think it's not important. We just want to be able to do what we do based off our emotions, and not doing what we've been taught and we've been trained to do, which is to trade the trend, regardless of how we feel, regardless of what it's currently looking right now. All right, you only want to get involved when the trend is telling you to get involved. All right, you only want to be able to it's part of the insurance policy that you're putting on. All right, to be able to follow the trend of the market, recognize what it's doing, and move in the direction. You don't want to kick against the waves, or you know, you don't want to just swim against the tide. You want to swim with the tide, with the waves, because it makes for an easier, smoother trade. So don't forget to trade the trend. Rule number 5 is to enter the trade. Now, you may be thinking, why do I have that as a rule? Guys, you need to know that you need to enter the trade. There are people in Forex, novices, beginners, seasoned, intermediate, advanced, who will go through the motion. They'll check the FX news. They'll do their market analysis. They'll figure out their risk profile. They'll figure out what the trend is, map it out, but they will fail to enter the trade. Guys, you want to enter the trade. You want to get involved. You want to jump in. You know, you want to be able to be a part of the momentum that's going on in the foreign exchange market. Because guess what, guys? After you've been given the education, after you've been given the knowledge, you know what your insurance policy is with your trails and your stops and your limits. Guys, you've checked the news. You've done all the market analysis you need to do. You've done the risk profile. You know what the trend is. You got to jump in and trade. You have to trade. It doesn't make sense if you know all this information, you don't trade. So trading is very important, and you got to be able to practice getting involved in the market and practice trading. In order for you to be an expert, these are some of the things that you must do. You must get involved in the market. And then lastly, you got to be able to review. Once you get out of a trade, you want to be able to review what you did. You want to be able to review what currency pair you traded. When did you enter the trade? Where did you put your stop to protect yourself? You know, in terms of insurance, how much PIP potential you're planning on making? How much did you make? How much did you risk? What's your leverage amount? All these things, you want to be able to write a short summary of your particular trade, because this very thing may be the very thing, all right, that helps you in your Forex career by looking at what you did, what your patterns are, what the pattern of the market is, and doing the proper review. Forex trading can be the most lucrative way of earning additional income for lots of reasons. It's certainly the most convenient and has one of the cheapest buy-in there is because of leverage. In this webinar today, we talked about what what Forex is. We talked about why we trade Forex. We talk about the benefits of trading Forex and what to do before you trade. If you or anyone you know are serious about trading and you're serious about getting some more information, you're serious about learning, getting the proper education with Mirror Biz Educational Company, and you're serious about investments and you want more, all right, you gotta want more classes, want more webinar information about Forex trading platform, Mirror Biz Educational Company. What we do here is we offer more in-depth webinars, all right, on the foreign exchange market, on trading practices. I will give you tips, all right. For those of you all who stay logged on until the end of the seminar, you know, we have some free resources that we want to give out that gives you an idea of the risk profile. We'll give you some tip trading information. We'll give you some traders community forums information that you can log on to, and you can meet other people in the community who's trading with Mirror Biz Educational Company, who's been doing it for a while, who may be able to help you out some. There's lots of free resource information that we want to give out. But guys, it's necessary to get the knowledge before you get involved. You want to be able to do that. Because the time to trade foreign exchange is right now. This is the time for it. Join the millions of traders around the world. You want to be able to trade responsibly. You want to be able to manage your risk. You want to be able to make money in a trade. You know, I mean, you want to be able to get a return on your investment, but you want to be able to do it, but you got to do it now, because this is the right time. Today is your day. This is the opportunity. This is the moment for you to do that. So some of y'all may ask me, what's my next step? Well, your next step, all right, is the Foreign Basics webinar class. This is a investing class for beginners, for novices, for new people who want a little more information about a foreign exchange market. This course, it values at $99, but for you who've taken time out of your busy schedule to log on to this webinar, to sign up to this webinar attendees, it's discounted price is $39.99. Again, the discounted price for this webinar is $39.99, and you want to get started today. Guys, there's only 25 spots left that we have blotted out for those people who've logged on to this webinar, those people who want to get involved. You're going to email Ms. Ralliet Crowder. Her email address is mirrorimagebuzz@gmail.com. You want to be able to email them. Tell them you're ready for your next step. Tell them you're ready to take the other mantle, pick up the mantle and get involved and jump into the trade. You want to sign up for this Forex Basics webinar class. You want to be able to get involved. You want to be able to get more knowledge so you can learn what it is that you need to learn in order for you to be a successful trader. Again, the email is mirrorimagebuzz@gmail.com. To schedule a phone consultation, guys, it's only $39.99, but it's going to be worth so much. Once you get your consultation, they'll tell you the days, they'll tell you the times, they'll tell you what it is that you need to do, what you need to get, the research information. They're giving out free research information. For those of you all who email and log on and plan a consultation, we got some information that we want to give to you so you can further your career in the foreign exchange market. So you want to be able to log on, you want to be able to get involved, you want to be able to contact. You can contact me, you can contact Ralliet Crowder, you can get some more information about what it is that we're doing in the foreign exchange market. I'm done. I want to thank you guys for your time. I want to thank you guys for logging on. I want to thank you guys for being a part of what it is that we're doing here at Mirror Biz Educational Company. Guys, let me know what your email address is. Let me know what your interest level is, because I want to give you this free information that I promised you if you stayed until the end of the webinar. Thank you very much, and looking forward to trading with you.